Howdy and welcome to the channel. Today we are reviewing the 2025 Chevrolet Silverado LT Trail Boss, 2025 Chevrolet Silverado ZR2. Let's get into it. Starting with the Trail Boss, you see here the base price $58,800. The packages and options I would add to this vehicle include the 3-liter Duramax turbo diesel for $25.90. That produces 305 horsepower and 495 pound-feet of torque through a 10-speed transmission. Big fan of the diesel for fuel economy, as well as that low-end torque. Another option I would add is the LT Trail Boss Premium Package for $3,090. As you can see, you get several different options on this, including the entire Convenience Package 2, which gives you a rear sliding window, premium sound system, the trailer brake control, the universal home remote. It also includes the safety package, which gives you that HD camera, the trailer camera, all your safety features here. Perimeter lighting, that's a good one. You get the bed protection package, which includes the spray-in bed liner and rear wheelhouse liners and the power tailgate. And then the leather package obviously gives you the leather seats on the interior. The next option I would add is the dark appearance package for $760. I'm not a huge fan of chrome, so I like to have all my badges and decals black. This will also give me black exhaust tips. The multi-flex tailgate, front bucket seats is another option you have to add. The Trail Boss does come with the bench seat up front with the center console that flips up. In my opinion, I like the bucket seats better with the shifter on the center console. The Trail Boss also comes with a 2-inch lift, a skid plate for the transfer case, and an auto-locking rear differential. So my total options, $75.40. Current incentives on the Chevy Silverado is $3,500. $1,995 destination for a total of $64,835. Not terrible for the truck you're getting. Very off-road capable, as well as some of the creature comforts that everyone expects in a high-dollar vehicle. $65,000 is still expensive for a full-size. You know, that's probably on the lower end, unfortunately. Look at towing and payload. The only number I could find online for the Trail Boss was $13,300. That sounds a little high to me. If you know the max towing capacity of the LT Trail Boss, please leave it in the comments below. Payload 1970. Our ground clearance is 11 inches. Pretty good for a full-size truck. Tires, we're looking at 33-inch tall, 11-inch wide tires with 20-inch wheels. I would like to see 18-inch wheels on the Trail Boss come standard, as well as maybe a 35-inch tire. We'll take a look here in a second. Those tires look kind of small on this beefy truck. Rear legroom, 43.4 inches. MPG with that Duramax diesel is 22 city, 26 highway. That's amazing for a full size. Let's take a look at the Trail Boss here. So as you can see, these tires, they look a little small to me. I would like to see 35-inch tires on here. Chevy puts 35-inch tires on the Colorado Bison. So, you know, those same tires with 17-inch wheels, I think would look great on this truck. You can see here with the dark appearance package, your tow hooks are black. And your skid plates right here. You see all your black badging. The black bow tie here, that is actually standard. LED headlights. Here's your hood scoop with the Duramax badging there, which is also black. Trail Boss logo here is black. Here's your multi-flex tailgate. We all know how that works. Silverado and LT are your badgings on the back. See, here's your dual exhaust. It's black. Yeah, pretty good looking truck. Let's take a look at the interior. So it's pretty plain, not much going on. It does go with the dark appearance theme. You do get some green finish here, shifter in the middle. It does have a luxurious feel. Maybe it's this wood paneling here, but here's your big infotainment screen, your gauge clusters, all digital. Here's your controls. Here's your trailer stuff on this side. And here's where you would select your four-wheel drive options. So now let's move on to the ZR2. Base price of the Silverado ZR2, $70,000. It's Turbomax diesel. There is no upcharge, so that is what I would go with. A couple packages I would add to this vehicle. The technology package, as you can see here, that gives you your rear view camera mirror, your heads-up display, your adaptive cruise, and your power tilt and telescoping steering wheel for $2,040. Again, I would add this dark appearance package, blacks out the decals, exhaust, etc. You do have to select the multi-flex tailgate. I wish that was standard on the higher trims of the Silverado, but that is a $445 option. So the ZR2, you can see compared to the Trail Boss here, does come with a 3-inch lift instead of 2-inch. The biggest difference in the ZR2 is this Multimatic suspension. And then your skid plates. You get several skid plates instead of just the one on the transfer case. You get one up front, that one that covers the oil pan, the differential case, and the transfer case. And then you do have the selectable front and rear lockers instead of the auto locking rear diff. To me, these three options here is where the ZR2 really shines over the Trail Boss. So total options, $2,685. Current incentives on the ZR2, $3,000. Destination, $1,995. Brings the total to $71,680. So pretty close to this base price here after incentives. So your difference between the two trucks, $6,845, basically $7,000 between the loaded LT Trail Boss and the ZR2. You do take quite a hit on towing, 8,700 pounds, payload the same, half-inch more ground clearance. Once again, you do only get 33-inch tires. I wish they would bump those to 35 as the standard. 18-inch wheels instead of 20-inch wheels. Like to see that. Same rear legroom, MPGs, 20 city, 23 highway. Take a slight dip in your fuel efficiency. Now let's take a look at the ZR2. Much better looking truck. I do like these 17-inch wheels. Overall more aggressive. Here's your skid plates that will run all the way to the back. ZR2 badging, Duramax badging, all black. You can see here too, pull the Trail Boss back up. The grills do look a little different. A little bit different styling there. Let's take a look here. We'll take a little closer look. You get the same multi-flex tailgate. Silverado, here's your ZR2 badge. You do still get the steps here. One more angle, a little close up. No dual exhaust. Comes out the bottom here. Let's take a look at the interior. Another big difference in the ZR2 is the interior. As you can see, it's not all black. It does have some of this gray and yellow stitching, which you'll see in all the ZR2s, including the Colorados. Other than the interior colors, it's basically the same. Here's your trailer brake controller here. If you're in the middle, same gauge cluster, infotainment. You'll see right here, here's your heads-up display, which is not available on the Trail Boss, and that is the ZR2. So my opinion, this one's a tough one here. $7,000, decent amount of money. I'd say for what I am doing, I would probably go with the LT Trail Boss, unless I could get the ZR2 discounted price. I have seen some dealers selling these for up to $8,000 to $10,000 off right now, off of MSRP. So if that's the case, I would go with the ZR2. But on the flip side, they're doing the same thing for these Trail Bosses. So, you know, this 64, you could probably get one of these for mid-50s. If that's the case, I would definitely go with the Trail Boss. The value you're getting in this truck at $55,000 is tough to beat. Fully off-road capable. Has most of the same creature comforts as the ZR2. There's a little more tech in the ZR2 if you talk about the heads-up display, as you can see here, and the rear view camera mirror. You know, if those are make or break, you'll have to go with the ZR2. I'm assuming the Trail Boss is probably similar in towing also, but hopefully someone can give me that answer. So yeah, I'm going to pick the LT Trail Boss. Let me know what you all would choose in the comments below. See you next time.